write equations of lines, we're going to do a CSI activity and solve for the y. We'll also be given 2 points and solve for y, solve for the slope, and then put in slope-intercept form. Sometimes you're going to be given point slope form and you have to solve for y. So by the end, you should all know how to solve for y. So we're going to do number 1 together. So get your pencils out, put your name on the top, and 5th period. And the date is December 4th. All right, so let's look at number 1. The first one is y minus 3 equals 3x. Y minus 3 equals 3x. All right, so the first thing we need to do is solve. We need to solve for y. How do we solve it for y? George, what do we do first?
We need to isolate the y.
Isolate the y. So how are we going to isolate the y?
You add 3x to the other side.
Not 3x.
I mean, you add 3 to
Add 3 to both sides, yes. So we go ahead and add 3 to both sides. So what do we have left when we add 3 to both sides?
y equals 3x plus 3.
Y equals 3x plus 3. All right, so what is our slope here? 3. 3. What is our y-intercept? 3. 3, and it happens to be the same thing. Remember, it's y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. All right, so then here is our clue right here. Y equals 3x plus 3. So for this one, it says chemical poisoning was not the cause of death. So turn your paper off, over. So chemical poisoning, scratch that off, was not the cause of death. And that's the only thing we can do, right?
Yes.
All right, so you're gonna do 2 through 10 around the room. You can work in partners if you need help. And you can write all the problems down if you want, come work at your desk, or just work around the room. So y'all can go ahead and get started.
So it'd be y equals mx plus b, right?
Correct. So put your slope in there. What's your slope? Substitute the slope, the x, and your y.
So y would be 4 equals negative 1 x plus
Substitute
negative
x
1
in.
5 plus b.
Yes.
So it'd be 4 equals negative 5 plus b.
Okay.
Plus 5 plus 5. 9 equals b.
Okay, so now write your equation of your line.
So it'd be y equals 1x plus
It's negative 1.
negative 1x plus 9.
Yep, and box that in, that's your answer.
Do you know how to do this one? I'm confused on this one. Can you help me?
You take this, you do the distributive property, and it'll be 2x minus 8 equals 5x plus 10y.
Okay.
And then after that, what would you do?
I would minus the 5 from here to the 10 by x.
Yes. And then you would subtract them. 3x.
Yeah, because this isn't you right. Thank you for helping me.
So what?
Okay. So do that for this one.
Y, equals what?
Equals minus 56, but I can't have
So,
that.
okay, so what do you have to do now?
I need to divide. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So then I would get y equals 8 negative 7x plus 8. Thank you, Miss Feehan.
Okay, so now you have your M and your B. Now you can write the equation. Y equals whatever the slope is. We have to divide your x too. Common denominators. So what's the common denominator between 3 and 2?
6.
So your common denominators. What did you? 3 times what is 6?
2.
Okay, so 4 times 2 is. Do the same thing for the next one. Okay. Now subtract those at the top. Okay, now divided by. Because this is just a numerator, so you still have a denominator. And what's it all going to be divided by? Okay. So now, if you think. If you do this, negative 2/6 divided by negative 7 is the same thing as negative 2/6 divided by negative 7, right? Okay, so how do you divide fractions? Remember, you multiply times the reciprocal. So this is negative 2/6 multiply times negative 1/7. So how do you, when you multiply fractions, you multiply numerator times numerator. So what is negative 2 times negative 1?
2.
Okay, and 6 times 7?
42.
Okay. So this is your, we're looking at slope, so that's your slope. Now you have to find the y-intercept. So now you have your slope and your y-intercept, so you can write your equation for y now.
So you do y equals negative x plus b. But I've been getting that, and then that says the same thing, but I already have drowning somewhere else.
Okay, so where'd you get drowning? Somewhere else.
Number 7, and we tried to work number 7.
Let's go to number 7. Alright, so we have 1/8 y plus 7 equals x plus y. Alright, so get y by itself. So what are we going to do first?
Subtract 7.
Okay. So 1/8 y equals. Alright, so now what?
So you
Get rid of the fraction. How can you get rid of this fraction?
subtract. Divide. Oh, multiply by 8.
Yeah, multiply everything by 8. Get back to you, Dustin. There's a few people with a few problems with number 9. So I want to kind of guide you through number 9 to make sure you remember how to do number 9. I'm just going to guide you. We're not going to go over the whole thing. So y'all sit back in your desk. Let's look at number 9 as a class, as a whole. Okay, so for number 9, they give you 2 points. And I think a lot of you know how to do the 2 points, but it's because it's a fraction, you have to remember how to add, subtract, and then multiply and divide fractions. So for this one, what do we do first for number 9?
Y over x, or common denominator.
Before that, what are we doing first? Like, what are we going to find? But Royce, what are we doing? Find the slope, yes. Okay, so let's find the slope first. a lot of you are saying the same thing, but I just wanted you to say find the slope. Okay, so you're gonna have the 4/3 minus 5/2 divided by -4 minus 3. Now, this one is what everybody kept saying, find the common denominator. So subtracting, you have to find the common denominator. So what's the common denominator between 3 and 2? 6. Okay, so did it with 6. All right, so 4/3 is what divided by 6?
8.
8 6. All right, 5/2 is what?
15.
What is it?
2.
15. 2 times 3, so 5 times 3. Oh, what's -4 minus 3? -7. All right, on the top, now work just the top and then work just the bottom. Don't try to put it all together just yet. What is 8 6 minus 15 6? -7 6. Divided by -7. Now for this one, we're not finished right here. We have to divide it out. So we're gonna have -7 6 divided by -7. So how do I divide fractions? TJ. Multiply by the reciprocal. So that'd be -7 6 times what, TJ? -1/7. Yes. So now when you multiply fractions, how do we multiply fractions, Madison?
You multiply with. You cancel out the 2 sevens.
So you're simplifying it first? Okay. So we're gonna have what, +1/6 is our slope. Okay, so now we have our slope, we have 2 points, we have to find our y-intercept. So I just wanted to remind you how to add and subtract fractions and then divide them. So now you have your slope here, 2 points, figure out your y-intercept, and then you can write your equation. Okay? All right, so y'all can go ahead and finish that one and then finish the other problems. I just want to make sure y'all all didn't get stuck on that one. Who the killer was in our activity. So let's see, who did you get, Brennan?
Miss Gamma.
And where was the last known about? Whereabouts?
Miss Gamma.
And then how did they die?
All by two.
Mauled by cougars. Anybody get anything else? All right, let's go over the answers. Number 2, Brianna, what'd you get?
I got y equals -8x plus 4.
Okay. Number 3, Imani, what'd you get?
Y equals -x plus 9.
Perfect. Number 4, George, what'd you get?
Y equals -2x plus 4.
Is it negative
I mean
2x?
2x.
2x, positive 2x plus 4. All right, number 5, Royce, what'd you get?
Okay, I got y equals 9x minus 2.
Okay, Royce, what format was that problem in, number 5? You don't have it. It says y minus 7 equals 9 times x minus 1. What form was that in?
I put it in slope form.
Well, what form is it in right now? George?
Point slope.
It is in point slope form. And you put slope intercept form. Yes, that's correct. Number 6, Ross, what'd you get?
I got y equals 5/3 x minus 5.
Correct. Number 7, Joseph, what'd you get?
I got, y equals -8/7x plus 8.
Correct. Now for number 7, was that the hardest one y'all had?
No.
No.
It was.
Why was that one hard? What did y'all have to do to get rid of? What did you do first?
Because you would think that would be the 1/8 y and then the regular y, so you would just subtract them.
Subtract
and you
them.
would get the wrong answer. So you
Yes.
have to multiply.
The easiest thing was probably to get rid of that fraction first, and then you have to combine like terms. Yes, and a lot of people did that, and that was fine. You could have multiplied everything by 8, got rid of it first, or you could have subtracted the y from both sides, and then multiplied by 8. Either way is fine. Number 8, Kyra, what'd you get for number 8?
8, I got y equals 4/3 x minus 7/3.
Okay, and number 9, let's see, Madison, what'd you get?
I got y is equal to 1/6x plus 2.
Okay, and number 10, Brian, what'd you get? Plus what? I think that's where it's off. It should be minus 4/5. Okay, so this sheet we started off really easy where you just had to solve for y. and then they started giving you the 2 points. Okay, we got to number 5, and number 5 where it's point slope form. So then we solved for y from point slope form to slope intercept form. We didn't have any standard form though, I don't think. Huh? No. Okay, so then we were given more like multi-step equations. We solved for y. Then we had some points with fractions. Then we found slope. Then we put in slope intercept form. And then number 10, you had to distribute and then solve for y. Right? So that is everything that we did today. Any questions on that assignment? All right.